The military helicopters of tomorrow will be faster and more deadly than anything that has gone before. This Sikorsky S-76 troop carrier is fitted with a special new fantail design. The fantail has achieved spectacular results in speed and agility tests, including a sideways speed of 70 miles per hour. The new fantail is just one part of a totally new breed of chopper. Meet Comanche, the world's first stealthy helicopter. This is the shape of things to come. Its composite body shell is almost totally non-reflective to radar, light, and infrared. Despite its size, its radar signature is no greater than that of a large bird. Everything is internal, including retractable weapons. The Comanche is still being tested. A totally new military helicopter like this takes decades to develop. But its potential is enormous, and it already has its own squadron of pilots training on simulators to explore its unique capabilities. In virtual war games, Comanche can get 3 times closer to the action undetected than any existing helicopter. For some people, choppers serve a more peaceful purpose. For them, helicopters offer an astonishing opportunity to see their world as never before. In Arizona every year, thousands of people enjoy the flight of a lifetime over the greatest view on Earth. Before climbing aboard, every passenger is weighed. The computer works out a seating plan, so that the helicopter's center of gravity will be directly below the rotor head for a safe, smooth ride. In the cabin, each passenger wears noise reduction headsets. These electronically cancel out the sound of the rotors.
Kaibab is part of the Grand Canyon National Park, which was established in 1919. The park was doubled in its size in 1975 by President Gerald Ford, and it now covers 1,904 square miles.
Even for the pilot, the wonder of the trip over the Grand Canyon never grows stale.
People are really excited about the canyon, and the scenery in the canyon's beautiful. When I break the rim, I've had people cry, and a couple of people propose marriage to each other. A couple celebrating a 50th wedding anniversary, and one woman spread her brother's ashes over the canyon. A lot of people have said they've been touched by God, and you know, every day it changes, which makes it fun for me. Every time I look at the canyon, it's amazing.
Dark-looking rock that runs all along the inner gorge. That's the Vishnu Schist, which is some of the oldest exposed rock on the planet Earth.
These helicopters make hundreds of flights over the canyon each day. Passengers may be willing to tolerate the chopper's noise, but some people on the ground are not so happy about it. Despite strict controls on flights, there are still complaints from the hikers below.
The government is trying to stop the flights over the canyon right now, which I think is a tragedy. There's so many people that can't hike the canyon, either disabled or elderly, that can't get into the canyon and see what they can see from a helicopter.
So the tour company decided to develop a quieter helicopter. Their starting point was an old Korean War troop transport, a Sikorsky S-55. It's a stable flyer with room for 9 passengers.
This is a 1950s helicopter that we've completely remanufactured and modified. We've added space-age materials, sound-reducing materials in the intake, in the exhaust silencer. We've also modified the rotor head from 3 blades to 5 blades to be able to turn the blades slower.
The new silencers and the slower-turning rotor blades have made the machine an amazing 50% quieter. They call it the Whisper Jet. And it's so quiet that if government noise restrictions are introduced in the canyon, it will be permitted to fly 5 times more flights than any of the existing helicopters. Thanks to machines like this, another generation of visitors will be able to enjoy the unrivaled freedom of the helicopter and marvel at the greatest view on Earth. Since the first helicopters, engineers have been trying to make them more like planes, combining their vertical takeoff abilities with the superior speed and range of a fixed-wing aircraft. After the invention of the jet engine, jet thrusters were added to the tips of the rotor blades. The tip jets fired up just before takeoff. In 1957, the Fairey Rotordyne achieved a helicopter world speed record of 191 miles per hour. At high speed, the tip jets were shut down, and the Rotordyne became an autogyro. The 60s saw the arrival of a new high-speed helicopter. Lockheed's military prototype was a helicopter with short airplane wings. Loaded with all the latest military hardware, the Cheyenne was designed as an ultra-high-speed attack aircraft. With an extra propeller at the back providing forward thrust, the Cheyenne could climb and dive more steeply than any previous helicopter. It had tremendous power and pushed the world helicopter speed record to a new level, 240 miles per hour. Unfortunately, a series of crashes put an end to the Cheyenne development program. The future of part plane, part chopper hybrids lay in a different direction. Instead of trying to turn choppers into planes, designers realized that they should turn airplanes into choppers. For takeoff and landing, this Bell tiltwing rotated its entire wing. This complex machine soon evolved into the tilt rotor, a simpler design where just the engines and propellers were rotated. The first tilt rotor to go into commercial production was the V-22 Osprey. It's used today by the Navy as a medium-range transport aircraft. The Osprey uses an innovative new rotor design short enough to fold back inside the wingspan of the aircraft. The Osprey takes off like a helicopter, and then as the aircraft gains speed, the rotors gradually tilt into a normal airplane position. Above 80 miles per hour, the rotors are locked into their horizontal position, and the wings provide 100% of the lift. The Osprey's success has led to the development of a 9-passenger civilian version, still at prototype stage. The aim is to transform city-to-city travel. It will take off and land in the heart of cities, slashing the trip times for travelers. Its airplane capability will make it faster and cheaper than any helicopter. This hybrid may be the transport of the future. But for the present, the chopper remains the lord of the skies.